If you've been following along with me in this title, you should be feeling comfortable by now creating notes, even making some minor modifications to those notes. In this chapter, we're going to continue to work with your notes and take it a step further. We're going to do a little bit of formatting of your notes, talk about bulleted and numbered lists. We'll check spelling, use the research pane. And in this lesson, we're going to talk about the advantages of tagging your notes. The ability to tag a note or parts of a note can really help you down the line when it comes to locating information. So we're going to start off with this notebook that I've opened up. If you've got the exercise files, you can go to the Lesson 6 folder and open up Conf 08A to follow along with me. If you don't have the exercise files, you can watch and learn, or if you've got your own notebook open, you can experiment along with me. Here I am in the to-do list section. You can see it's selected up here at the top. And I've clicked on the floor plan list page. So here you can see I've got my title at the top. I've got a couple of different notes here. I've got a drawing. Looks like I've got another little note over here on the right hand side with some information. So we're going to work with these notes. And we're going to start off with our main event here. You can see when I move into the main event note that this note frame actually overlaps another note, which is handwriting and part of my diagram. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go over here to the right edge. When I see the double arrow, not for the additional seating note, but for the actual main event note here, I'm going to click and drag that over just so it's not overlapping. It's a little easier to work with. That also does something else. It selects the entire note. So if I wanted to tag this note, and there are a number of tags to choose from here in OneNote. You can even create and customize your own. Then with the entire note selected, I would simply go up to the tag drop down here on the standard toolbar and look at all my choices. This could be a to-do note. It could be an important note. It could be a question, something I want to remember for later, a definition, highlights. There's contact and address, phone numbers. Look down below. We've got all kinds of choices for projects, and remember we can customize these. As I move down to more, there's some additional ones that show up here on the right. Remember for blog, discuss with a person. Now here's where we might want to customize a note. We'll do that momentarily. Person A, person B, discuss with manager. Lots of different options to choose from. So for this note, we're going to make it important. I'm going to click on important. Some of these have keyboard shortcuts as well. You can see important, the second one here, has a keyboard shortcut of Control 2. Holding down the Control key and the number 2 together will also tag this as important. And you can see there's a little icon that shows up as well. So I give it a click and you'll notice that every point here has been tagged as important. The entire note is an important note. Now I'm going to click undo to remove those. And now if I just wanted to tag one of the points in this note and make sure that not everything is selected, but rather just click on one of the points. It doesn't matter where I click, like finalize the number of participants is important. And I want to go up now to my tag. And you'll notice that because important is the last one I used, it shows up here as the default button. So I give it a click and only that point gets a star next to it. Perfect. Choose layout, choose furniture. These are not quite as important or as urgent, but I do want to remember them for later. So in this case, I'm going to click and drag over both of them. And I'm going to go up to the tag drop down this time and choose remember for later. That does have a keyboard shortcut, Control 4. When I click on that and now deselect, you can see they're actually highlighted. So that's how remember for later shows up. Over here on the right hand side, we've got some information. Karen Corey, we've got a phone number, event planner at hotel. So this entire note would probably be in my contact. I'm going to just click on Karen Corey here anywhere and go up to the tag drop down and make sure that this is highlighted as a contact. This is someone in my contact list. The number down below is a phone number. If I click the tag drop down, sure enough, I have the ability to select a phone number here as well. Control 9. Perfect. Over here for breakout sessions, there's some things I need to discuss with people. And if I go down to this one here, topics to be determined based on verticals, I want to discuss this with a person. Now if I go up to my tag drop down and come down to more, you'll see over here on the right, I do have the ability to discuss with person A, person B, a manager. But if I actually want names in there, it would mean customizing my tags. So that's what we're going to do right now. Before we add it, we'll go up to customize my tags. This opens up my pane over here on the right hand side titled customize my tags. And I'm going to scroll down to make sure that I can see discuss with person A. When I click on that, you can see it's shaded. I want to modify it, so I click the modify button. And this allows me to come in here, the display name where it says person A. I want to take that out actually. So I'm going to use my delete key and type in an actual name. So I'm going to type in Karen Corey here. I can change the symbol, the font color, the highlight color if I wanted to. Here's a preview of what it's going to look like. That's perfect. I just click OK. And now I can mark it. You can see it says discuss with Karen Corey over here. So when I go to my tag drop down and I go down to more and see that pop-out menu on the side, notice that it's discuss with Karen Corey, not person A. So I give it a click and it has that little tag next to it, a little icon representing that I need to discuss this with somebody. I should also discuss this with someone here, maximum 50 people per session. I need to discuss that with the manager. So I'm going to go up here to my tag drop down, go down to more, and discuss with manager. You can see that looks slightly different. Now person B over here, I might want to fill that in as well. I'm going to click on that, go down to modify, and instead of person B, let's delete person B. And I'm going to type in someone else I'm working with on most of these projects, Winston Berry. I'm going to change the symbol. Look at that, lots of symbols to choose from. This is discussing with somebody, so I probably want an icon that actually has a little person maybe. I could use some of these over here. You can see as I hover over these, they actually are representative of, for example, things that you might see in Internet Messenger, and IM Contact. You can see the smiley and the frowning faces. As you hover over these, you get an idea what they're used for. So I do want to make this a person. I'm going to do this one right here. Changes the icon. I'm going to change the font color as well so it stands out. You can see discuss with Winston Berry. And when I click OK, I've now added the tag, but I've also changed it. So when I come over here, I see discuss with Winston Berry. It's added. Now all I have to do is come down here and choose which note I'm going to tag that with. Concurrent sessions repeated. There's discuss with Winston Berry, meaning when I come to my drop down and I go down to more, I see that over here now instead of person B. Give it a click, changes my note to red. So I changed the font color. Also see a different icon that I might have seen if I hadn't done that. So there we go. That's tagging. So why would we do this? What is the big deal about tagging? I'm going to close this Customize My Tags pane over here. And now I'm going to go to another page. Let's go over to our main event here. Now you can see under Floor Plan we don't have anything. But we can tag this title. Maybe this is a to-do. So in this case we might want to make this a task. So when I click on Task here, it just gets tagged with the flag. And believe it or not, I've got a new task down here. When I click on it, you can see it's being created in Microsoft Outlook. Obviously, if you're not running Outlook, Outlook won't launch for you automatically like it does for me. So I'm going to click Save and Close. Go back to my title here, and that's also considered a tag. So tasks and tags kind of work together. When I go to the drop down here for tag, I can show all tagged notes. This is why we tag things. Watch what happens. All of my tag notes show up over here. Tags summary. So you can see contacts over here. Topics to be determined based on, and if I wanted to open this up, I'd click on it. Discuss with manager. There's another one that was tagged discuss with Winston Berry. Another one tagged as important. Finalized number of participants. There's the floor plan. And as I scroll down these, there's my phone number, remember for later, and you can see I've got some tasks here as well. So the floor plan is the one I just added. All of these appear now on my tag summary, and this is a fast and easy way to view all of the tags in one convenient location, even though they may be scattered across multiple sections in your notebook. I can click the Group Tags By drop down if I want to group them by section instead of tag name. You can see under Main Event now I've only got one. It's a floor plan, and under the to-do list I've got all kinds of them. I can search all notebooks or just the page, the section, the notebook that I'm in. And you can see the end result that way as well. When you're done viewing the tag summary, just close it up over here and continue to work in your notebook. So tagging items can really save you a lot of time down the road when it comes to locating those tagged items. For example, things you need to do, people you need to talk to. You're looking for that phone number. If you've tagged phone numbers, they'll show up in your summary, saving you a lot of hassles searching through sections and pages in your notebooks.